Oh, morning. Let's see if we get some people here. Um, Sorry, just waking up. All right, welcome to Biggie's Auto Live. So, basically, let's see. I'm trying to think back here. Bear with me. Last live. I forget, what we talked about last time. I apologize. My brain, like my transmission in my brain slipping this morning, so I think it needs an overhaul. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. Um, Give me a minute. I'm slowly getting traction, building line pressure in the brain. Uh, well, let's just start with, we'll go back to the torque converter bolt situation. I think that's what we had covered last time. With that, it seems, fingers crossed, seems for now like it's working. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed with that. I know. Hey, David Hughes is in the house. What's up, Dave? Good to see you. Good. Thanks for checking in, man. Now I really got to get my brain working because Dave's here. Uh, yes, the torque converter fix looks like it's holding. Um, so we loaded the Camaro on the trailer, and it seems for whatever reason my OCD kicked in, and I noticed that the body wasn't like the rear wasn't centered under the car. I had when I measured it, I had 1.5 inches that the tire set in from the edge of the fender, and on the driver's side the tire stuck out. Now I don't know how long I've been running this car like that, and the car always seemed like it went straight. So the suspension setup is good. The problem is the car wasn't centered. So I can't for sure as a fact say that it was stressing my U-joints, but I would imagine it was to a point with being that far off. So anyway, talked to a couple people and came up with the idea of doing a track bar adjustment. And Azriel Undertale, is it? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thanks for checking in from Underground. From the Underground, okay. Well, thanks for checking in. So yesterday I did a video on track bar adjustment on the Camaro. If you guys want, check out my channel. You can see. Honestly, I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I was pretty much just flying off of common sense and just a little bit of mechanical knowledge I have to get it work, adjust it. So we ended up, I had to remove the one end of the track bar from the rear. So basically what I did is, just make a long story short, made the track bar overall length shorter. So then I had to use a pry bar to line everything up. So got it all bolted in, set the car. I mean, it took like 3 times of putting the car up and down. And now the car has a 3/4 inch gap on both sides that it sits in. So the car is now centered. So I'm anxious to see when we do get this to the track, how it's going to feel and how it's going to launch. It should be better. I'm hoping. And plus the overall aesthetics of the car is much better now, because like before, you'd see the tire sticking out on the driver's side, like, oh, that's cool. You get to the passenger side, it's going in, you're like, what the fuck happened, So now that it's even, it just aesthetically looks better. So I'm really hoping that it's going to help with the overall launch and handling of the car down the track. Cheers, bitches. Have your morning coffee and bite this day in the ass. So, so let's see. That was that. I will be taking the Camaro to a car show later today, so I got to finish up a couple things. Trying to get her cleaned up back to the way she was before COVID happened, when kind of lost track of everything. That's kind of, I mean, I'm sure you heard this story before. We built the motor, got the motor done right at the peak of COVID, and the car's been sitting ever since. So even though it's inside a trailer, it still gets some things. So, you know, oxidation, dirt, little surface rusty here and there that we took care of. And just overall giving it the car a really good once over before we get serious and hit the track with this thing. So did a little more cleanup, gonna do a little more today. I may, if I'm able to, do a live at the show just to see the car. I would say almost 100% cleaned up and pretty much track ready. I'm hoping to have it track ready today as well. And I think we're getting there. Like I said, there's only 2 things that are left, I think, in my mental checklist of things to do on it. And that would be bleed the rear brakes again, and drain the radiator of coolant, and put just checking, I heard a noise, I'm sorry, and putting just regular water in there, like I say, per NHRA, more or less a track. I don't know if it's so much NHRA, but although I'm sure they probably pushed it, but you cannot run coolant on the track due to the fact that if you blow a radiator hose or a radiator, you know, any kind of stupidness can happen with cooling systems. So let's say you have a hose clamp go bad, you blow a hose, a radiator lets go. The coolant has like a funk, like ethyl glycol, something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong. But it's real slick oil that they put in there. It's to help lubricate your water pump. It's to help to keep your engine block from rusting so much. So that gets on the track. They have a hell of a time cleaning that up. So that's why the water deal. That's why they make you run water, because it's a lot easier to just go down there and mop up the water. Okay, boom, we're going to drag the track. They'll drag it with the tractor a couple times, spray a little bit of VHT down, and then boom, we're back to racing within 10-15 minutes, as opposed to if somebody runs coolant, it's at least a 45-minute downtime. And then they get all pissy because, you know, the whole track has a schedule and curfews and all kinds of other shit. So, yeah. So that's the story with that. So we got to do that. And I also want to check too. Well, I got to do that today. I just remember I forgot to buff the hood. I was just looking at the car now in the trailer, and I forgot that the hood stripes are really freaking crappy, as far as they're all gunked up from when it sat out. So I got to buff that. I want to wax that. Oh wait, I did do that. See, I can't even keep my thoughts straight of what I did on this car. So much going on. I know the front wheels I have to clean up. I want to check some other things, and if possible today, I gotta see if I can get the wife inside the car to help me bleed the brakes. And she's skinnier, and she can slide in and out of the car and of the trail a lot easier than I can. Plus, she doesn't know how to open the bleeder, so I have to do that as well. So I may do that today. Is get those, see if I can at least get the brakes bled. And then I'll only have one thing left. I mean, there was 3, and then hopefully today I have 1. Like to the track bar thing, that was huge. So that looks like that might work out good. trying to think. Trying to think. I don't know of anything. Because nothing else is really going on. I mean, we're just at the point now. We have a mess in the yard because we took everything out of the trailer. And we're trying to get that organized, trying to get that stuff either out of here or put somewhere or whatever. So that might be mostly today's, other than buffing the front, cleaning, polishing the front wheels and just checking everything once over. That might be the main deal, is working on getting that stuff packed up where it needs to go. And then seeing, I feel like I'm missing something, like something big that has to get done yet. And I don't know what it is. Yeah. I'll probably think of it after I finish the live, which will do absolutely nothing for you guys. I'm sorry, but trying to think what I keep hearing a door, and I don't know. It keeps like wigging me out. Maybe it's just the dogs. Since the dog's out, I don't know. But yeah, we have to. Obviously, we got to tie the car down before we go to the show. Gosh, I hate this whole freaking. It's like I don't know if I have ADHD and OCD or what the hell I have. It's like, it's. What I need to do is I gotta go and start keeping a tablet and like a pen with me at all times and write shit down. Because sometimes it's just when I get a lot going on, you can't keep track. I'm sure some of you guys out there have that happen. You got like, especially when you go like to the grocery store, you have a list of things. Okay, I gotta remember, and I don't know if it's a guy thing. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like, oh, I don't need to write that down. I'm a guy. I can remember. I can do this. So, or even if I go to the auto parts store, I need this, this, and this. Get these parts or supplies, whatever. So you have your list, and you're like, oh, I can remember that. You drive, either it's the grocery store or the auto parts store or whatever. You drive there. As soon as you walk through the front door, it's like, bleh. It's like you go like full potato mode. Like you can't remember anything that was on that freaking list. And it's like, I haven't had that happen lately, but it's like I'm forgetting like maybe item 2 and 3 or item 3 or whatever on that list. And it's just like, I think that's what's going on now with trying to, I guess it's just this whole thing. I'm pressuring myself that when we go to the track that it has to be 100% perfect. I guess part of it too is that we're human. We're never going to get it 100% perfect. And I guess that's why I have the white hair. Just all this stress about it. So that's what I got to do. I guess I got to start writing stuff down so I don't forget. Because So, but I think I'm just going to have to end it here. Because I'm coming up with nothing. Like I said, I'm going to go to that show then. And I'm going to see if I can set myself up to do a live there as well. And see what... I got to see who shows up. I know I'm going to be having... I'm pretty sure Dad's going to be bringing his original... 86 Buick T-Type. I'm pretty sure he's going to be bringing that out. So I know he'll be there. There's a couple other people, and I want to see too if Kevin, who I went to school with, who helps run and organize the whole show, he obviously will be there. So I may try and get him on camera, say a few words for you guys, and if there's anything else that's cool, And also, if you guys, that's going to be, I think around, is it 5 to 7? So like 5 o'clock or 5, like 5, like between 5 and 5:30, I'm going to try and do another live over there. So if you guys could you keep it in your brain? I'm going to try and go live then, because maybe what I can do is while I'm live, if you guys, have a kind of car you'd like to see if it's there, or and then I can show you, or I can just walk through the whole show, and we'll see how that all is and works out. But I'm gonna try and do a live then. I'm not quite sure what all the live's gonna be, but we're going to. That's at least the plan for now, and maybe have a little bit of a car show outing. Maybe have a good time here, and we'll see what goes from there. So, all right, guys, I'm rambling. I gotta get this day started. I gotta get some stuff cleaned up, and I gotta get working on finishing up the Camaro for later today. So, you guys have a great day, and if you can, subscribe to Big E's Auto. Help me out. I need a lot more subscribers, like 400 some more subscribers before I even get monetized. So if anybody watching, if you want to tell your friends, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Just subscribe. If you're not into the automotive things, just don't hit the notification. I just need numbers right now. So, I guess I'm begging, and I hate doing that, but maybe that's what I'm doing. But yeah, if you guys could just get the word out there, get some people to subscribe to help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate the people who check in on the lives all the time. It helps support me, helps kind of keep me going. And so I appreciate you guys. And to those who have subscribed, welcome to Big E World. Whatever that entails, I don't fucking know. It scares me to death myself. So, but anyway, as I always say, watch out for each other. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time right here on Big E's. Bye for now.